Let's hit. I think we Gucci. I think it's starting.
We Gucci?
I want to make sure. Wait. Oh, it's recording. Yes. All right, we're going. All right, you want to give the intro? Or you want me to give the intro?
Uh, I'll give the intro.
All right, sounds good.
Sure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Justice League podcast. I do not know what number episode this is.
It's week 8.
Maybe.
I
Oh,
think.
yeah, it's week 8 of the podcast. We are not the regular hosts, but we are tuning in for Johnny this week, Matthew, and my co-host Aaron.
What's up, guys?
Welcome everyone.
Yeah, happy to be here. Sorry that Johnny couldn't make it, our normal podcast host. We're here to fill in. We're gonna have a good time, talk about some fantasy football, and see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully the quality is just as good as what you've come to expect. Although, if I'm going to be honest, I didn't think last week's podcast was very good.
Yeah, it was really short and definitely not prepared for, but
Oh, it
good
made
thing
kind
we.
of depressed. I don't know what Johnny was going through it, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Good thing we took so much time to prepare for this one for sure.
Oh, yeah. You'll definitely see the quality uptake.
All right, this sounds good. So, where do we get started? You want to talk about some last week's matchups?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah,
What matchup you want to talk about first? I got them pulled up here.
yeah, I gotta pull it up. Let's see. So, scoreboard.
We can do yours and Zach's if you want. That's
Yeah,
a
let's
pretty
just
good
roll down the
one.
list. All right, so I'll kick it off with me versus Zach.
Yeah, big upset win,
Oh yeah,
if
big.
you want to call it that.
I'm happy to take this dub. Sorry that Zach's best player and carrying the whole season, Derrick Henry, had to get injured. My computer's kind of
Yeah,
lagging out right
what keeps
now.
on buzzing, man?
I don't
You're
know what
ruining
is
the
happening.
audio.
I'm not even doing anything.
Professional.
All right. Yeah. Took the dub. Happy about it. Derrick Henry with like 6 points and Terry McLaurin and 3 points probably screwed him over, but I don't know. I think my team performed pretty well, especially put up 93 points with like 1 point for my defense and 8 for my kicker. Could have easily broken
I
100.
mean, you also started Kirk Cousins, which not a bad
Not
not a bad move, but I
Well, it's
mean,
because Dak
he's not
didn't
the
play,
best.
and I needed
Yeah.
a Sunday night game.
Do you think you're ever gonna drop Allen Robinson? We're past the trade deadline and he didn't
Dude,
get traded,
it
so
hurts. I really thought, dude, I thought he had a chance to get traded. And like, imagine if he got traded to the Raiders, especially
yeah.
after what just happened. Oh, he'd
I
be
mean,
so
that's why, yeah, oh, absolutely. That actually would have been a great move. But I think that's the only reason why a lot of people, probably not in like larger leagues, but a lot of people have dropped Allen Robinson at this point.
I mean, I want to. It's just like, when you draft that player so high and
Yeah,
like I deep down like feel like someone's gonna pick him up and then I'm gonna be like so annoyed. But I know no one's gonna pick up Allen Robinson if I draft
uh, absolutely. Also, yeah, Zach had Michael Thomas. He like just dropped him, and dude, he should have. I remember earlier in the season, I was like giving him. They were all like bench players, but I was trying to trade for
him.
Michael Thomas
After
just for the
last year,
upside. Yeah, after
after he
last year,
hurt you
after he
so bad
ruined my
last year.
season,
I,
I
I
just
kind of
I thought there was no one else that had like that much upside, but
I agree. I kind of wanted. I remember when Zach took him like a couple like probably positions right before I wanted to take him, and I was like,
mm,
oh shoot, that's a good draft pick. Like getting him in like round 11 or whatever it was, because he's Michael Thomas. Like 2 years ago, he was
I
what
know,
like
yeah.
the best wide receiver, and
And honestly, I thought with Jameis Winston, like he'd be able to do something. his
James
slots,
just
his
like
slot game.
fucking long bombs down the field.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But well, there's some NFL news to talk about. You see, James Winston on his
Oh
rookie.
yeah. His ACL's broken.
That
He's
was
out,
awesome.
which kind of sucks because I like Jameis a lot. I think he's
Yeah,
cool.
no, I do too. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah,
He just
he really is.
doesn't make sense anything that he does, but it's like magic. Like somehow it just works.
He was doing well. He only threw like 3 picks this season.
Yeah, no. Plus the Saints were good.
Yeah, they have a really good defense actually.
All
Or
right,
is it decent?
let's get back to the matchups.
All right.
So we
Yeah.
didn't really talk about me and Zach, but
Hey,
a
it was
little
a big
bit.
win.
Big win. I'm happy with it. It's, I mean, like that one game that Johnny pulled out last second and he should have lost with like 40 points in Aaron Jones. We could have the same record. Threw it
Uh,
away,
I guess so.
which is kind of sad because your team is a lot better, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think for one thing I can say is Zach's team is probably going to be trending down, like starting from this game
Oh, thank
on. Do you think your team's going to be trending up? Like that's what you got to hope for, right? You're still trying to, I mean, you must be still trying to shoot for the playoffs.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was looking at it the other day, but if you look at my schedule, dude, I have some tough matchups. So I go straight to Connor, who's probably the best team in the league right now. Right
Yeah.
after that, I go Luke, who's probably the second best team. Johnny depends. I still don't like his team, but I mean, he
Dude.
wins.
Yeah.
He's lucky.
He's just winning.
He somehow is like sold the devil, and he just uses like magical juju to win every game. But if I can pull maybe one or two wins out of that, I have Matt and Aiden, which I think I can win. And then
Yeah.
it's between me and you, week 14. So that could come down to that fifth spot in the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah.
So I got to pull maybe, I got to win 3 out of 4 if I want to make it for sure. Because
I think
you have
a
some easy
lot
wins
of
coming up.
we'll talk about this probably when we get to me and Tristan's game, but I think a lot of us, like me, you, and Tristan, it all kind of relying on if Matt stops checking his lineup and kind of sucks, and Aiden stops checking his lineup and kind of sucks. Like that'll be the fight for our lives there.
100%. I hope one of them stops. But
Yeah.
then again, like we have actually money riding on it this year.
Yeah.
And I mean, no one's confirmed it, but there's got to be some punishment for last place. And I
Oh,
think
I
everyone
hope
like
so.
accepted that. So I'm
I think like we literally have to someone just has to send like one that's really good that they just come up with before like the final end of the season, and it'll get enough likes that'll just be the de facto like punishment we have.
yeah, I agree. And worst comes to worst, like the first idea that we all initially agreed on was blazing wings. So if no one can decide, we already have a fallback.
That's true.
But I'm liking that I'm trending up and I'm less worried about doing that punishment. All right. So getting into our next game, we got who do we have? Week 8. We got Johnny versus Alex. Johnny with 98.06 points and Alex with 81. I think the main story coming out of this game is Alex checked his lineup.
Oh, absolutely. That was a shock for sure. I think he benched Calvin Ridley, which was a
Smart.
good move because he's dealing with some stuff, I think. I don't
Yeah.
know what
I think
the
he's worried about his mental health.
yeah, I
Prayers
think
out
that's
to Calvin
it.
Ridley. Hope you figure it out, buddy. But
I hope so too. Yeah.
it's tough. It's a tough loss. It's not like Alex was gonna be good anyways, but it's a tough loss for fantasy.
It is a tough loss because he could have I don't know if Mike Williams didn't stink the bed. So did DeAndre Swift, which
And
usually
Dalvin Cook with like 8 points.
yeah. Although Devlin Cook's kind of been off recently, ever since like He's sort of come back from injury.
Yeah,
Not really.
he's just been in and out. Put up one game with like 20 points, but
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I really wanted Johnny to lose this game.
I did too, so badly.
But I mean he played like good enough to win. Getting 98 points is like fine.
I thought he was gonna lose when I mean the Bills and the
Yeah.
Dolphins were tied like 3-3 at the half.
Yeah. And Josh Allen did not have at all. He finished with 29 and a half points.
Yeah,
He had like 11 points in the third quarter or
I
something.
know it was insane. I really thought he was gonna lose. Plus Debo is just it's not fair. Just like throw to someone else. It's honestly like hurting the 49ers.
Yeah,
Like they
I
just
yeah, I agree
only throw it
actually.
to him.
Yeah, that's I mean, Ayuk is in the doghouse, so it's illegal to throw to him. And then they
Yeah.
have no one else. So
We'll talk about it later if we talk about waiver wires, but sneaky waiver wire. I might be back in on the Brandon Ayuk ship.
all right. I mean,
I
you could pick him up right now. I don't think anyone's stopping you.
don't have the spot. Well, I
Uh,
do. I have two spots, but we'll talk about that later.
sure. Anything else with this game? Just that I think the only thing I have left to say is eventually Johnny's gonna get his comeuppance and lose some games because this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm really hoping so. It would be awesome if Johnny fell out of the top five, but
Yeah.
I don't
Although
think
I
that.
was I think I was looking at schedules and one of the things that kind of annoyed me is um Johnny gets to play the person in the other league he's in. So he gets to play Aiden twice, which like Aiden's not a great team. Like for instance, I have to play Zach twice from the other division,
Yeah.
which like up until Henry got hurt kind of sucked. But I
Yeah.
think that's a little sneaky look into the schedule that's why Johnny is gonna win so many games.
Do you know if Johnny made the schedule or was it random this year?
I'm pretty sure it's random. I think I don't
That's
really
what I
know.
thought. Well, regardless, his luck is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, dude, he still has the least points against. Let me pull up the standings to make
He
sure this.
has 738 points against.
Okay, so oh, actually, you're
I have
dude,
less.
you're super lucky. Although I agree the wins aren't coming, so like it doesn't count as much. But
Yeah, but then again, like it's fair for my position and my points for. Points against, yeah, it's pretty lucky, but
that's funny. You're
I
right.
guess whatever. All right, the next game. What do you have to say with your big win over Tristan?
Oh yeah, I think honestly, we might look back at like around this time and say that was a big win because if Tristan had got that on me, he'd be up like 2 games on me. He was in the fifth spot, and now I'm in the fifth spot.
Mhm.
Um, honestly, I think everyone just played like how I know they can, except Mahomes. Although, dude, if
Poor team.
Mahomes or if Brady wasn't on the bye this week, I'd be sitting Mahomes right now. The number one QB in fantasy right now is just riding my bench the entire year because I
Yeah,
can't like I just can't bench Mahomes.
I mean that's fair. It's Mahomes is still like the best talent in the NFL. If you're looking to start like any quarterback for any franchise, like I'd take Mahomes over anyone. But
Oh
it's like sad at this point for the Chiefs.
yeah. I also think Dude, you should never have given away Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I know. That hurts for sure. It's
He's
so
like a definitely at least a wide receiver two, if not a wide receiver one.
yeah, I drafted him because I really thought he was gonna take off. And then I traded him to Tristan because it was right when T.Y. Hilton was coming back. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna lose some targets to him. Plus, like, he hasn't been great. And I went to that Colts game and I was watching him and like Carson Wentz really didn't look his way that much, even though he had like a decent game and had I think he had 100 yards and no touchdowns, so like around 10 points. But like I watched him live and I was like, I feel like it's worth it for Devonta Smith, who I thought was going to be good, but then the Eagles just like that offense is just so annoying. Like I hate everything about the Eagles offense.
Yeah, the Eagles are weird, man.
And then Eli Mitchell too. Like I'm still not mad. Like I think he's a great player and I wish I had him still, but I don't know. I got
Oh,
a feeling
actually,
Gaskin's gonna get a little better.
you got finessed on that trade.
I definitely did, and I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but it sucks. Because I need a wide receiver so bad.
Yeah, I kind of need a wide receiver this week.
Oh, because Godwin's out.
Yeah,
Well, you have Diggs and who else? You picked up Devonta Parker, right?
yeah, I picked him up after I dropped him, and I'm gonna start him. So like,
He's a good start.
yeah,
Will Fuller's back on IR, I think.
yeah, no, that's why he'll be all right.
All right, getting to the next game, we got Matt and Connor. I'm utterly surprised that Matt kept it pretty close, but somehow he finds a way to win against the best teams. Couldn't this time, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because all of Matt's like his actual two starting running backs are still kind of out, or Nick Chubb is back now. David Montgomery is still out, and he's kind of been trucking along. Like he's been doing all right.
Yeah, I mean his team is good for sure. I don't know if he predicted the Nick Chubb not having a great game or just forgot to set his lineup, but
That's a good question.
maybe he's like a wizard and saw that coming.
I'm pretty sure he didn't check it because it was a Thursday night game, and like the odds of him, like I bet he's like a Saturday or a Sunday morning type.
Yeah. Whenever Johnny sends a text in the group chat,
Yeah.
you should probably check it.
And then, man, Connor's probably the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, I'd say easily. There's nothing he doesn't have. Plus, he has Kittle coming back this week.
Yeah.
It's a tough matchup for me this week.
Dude, wild move putting in Emmanuel Sanders. That was funny in the group chat. He was like, Matthew Berry told me to do it. Like, I just would not have done that. I know it's like Monday morning quarterbacking since he got 0 points,
Yeah,
but Mike Evans is an automatic start like every week. I don't
yeah,
know
that's the
what.
thing. Like, I would be fine starting Emmanuel Sanders if like I didn't have any other options. But you have Mike Evans. Like, I get he's going up against the Saints, but like, come on, it's Mike Evans. Like, you got to start him week in, week
Yeah.
out.
Honestly, if anything, I would have not started Darnus Johnson, but he played all right.
Yeah, I feel like he just started him because like he had to, and I kind of finessed him in that trade. So
Yeah, that's true.
he got the touchdown. It wasn't bad, but
No, yeah, it was fine. Yeah, fine flex game.
last game of the week, I feel like there's not too much to talk about. Aiden's team's not good. Luke's team is pretty good, and he definitely didn't check his lineup for Devontae Adams.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, still beat Aiden. So
Actually, if you look at it, if Philly's D didn't put up 20 points, he would have lost.
Really?
Yeah, 88-72. Philly put up 20
Yeah,
points.
68. I mean, you'd put in like some defense that gets like 5 points or something.
Yeah, I mean, still be close, but
Yeah, that is actually true. Man, that was a good defense pick, I guess.
well, it is the Lions. We don't have to
I
talk about
was starting like the beginning of the week or the beginning of the season. I do a lot of defenses that are just playing the Lions. But honestly, like the Lions do put up at like some points. There's a lot of turnovers and
Yeah, I agree. Plus, like, Philly's D is not great. So, I mean, I think it was just kind of lucky on his part that, I mean, it's the best available when you looked at what was on the waiver wire. But
Mhm.
good on him. Saw it coming. 44-6. So painful for all of us.
Yeah, that was terrible. I mean, I stopped watching because
Yeah, I just watch Red Zone on Sundays now because I can't watch the Lions anymore.
dude, I've been loving the end of the 1 o'clock Eastern slot on Red Zone.
The witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour.
Dude, what's the guy's name who does Red Zone?
I don't know, but he's got a personality.
He's a legend. I saw a bunch of like people that dressed up as him for Halloween.
Really? Does he have a distinctive look?
No, but he wears the same suit every day.
Okay.
They have like a desk that he has, like the red zone desk.
Yeah.
They had that like made out of cardboard, and it was like a little kid with a suit behind the cardboard desk that said red zone. It was,
Nice.
but I think that's all for matchups. So
Yeah.
good week 8 for me at least. For you too.
For me too, yeah. So I think it made things actually the two top teams won. So
It's
but
another
it made
big week for Dwight Army of Champions. Only Connor won.
oh yeah, way to way to get back because I think last week
No,
was
last
not
week was the same, and then the week before was really bad.
oh really?
Oh no, no, you're right, you're right. Last week I was the only one to win.
Yeah, just you won. Hey, that 2 game winning streak.
I know, it looks nice.
It does like I mean, yeah.
Went up from 1% playoff chance to 12, so we're cooking.
Oh, I went up big.
Yeah. See, that's why this 5-man playoff league is really annoying to me. Like, it is so impossible pretty much for me to get back in. Like, I have to basically win out. And then
Yeah,
like, why would you not just have 3-3 and make it fair? Like, it's annoying.
it's good question. I don't know.
But I think Zach could fall out.
Yeah, I mean his percentage went down a ton. So
Which, I mean, if Tristan keeps winning,
yeah,
you
I
take
mean
that 2 from the other side of the bracket, and then I mean, it looks good for you because Johnny and Luke are probably definitely in. I mean, you just got to win maybe 2, 3 games, and you're in.
yeah, well I have to yeah. It depends on right now I'm fighting with Tristan for that spot. But if Zach falls, I don't know. A lot can happen. A lot of 3 and 5 teams.
Yeah. I feel like that's what's different about the league this year. Like every team is pretty average to pretty good. Like there's no besides like the injured teams, every team's got like some solid players on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. Do you want to uh, run through the power rankings real quick before we get into next week?
Yeah, for sure. It's a good idea. So starting off, this is from your normal host, Jonathan Reeder. His power rankings for this week are Connor first, Dan bites kneecaps. I think that's pretty undisputed.
Yeah, I agree.
Number 2, we got Luke, which is not too debatable. I'd maybe say you had a chance at that, but
Yeah, I mean, like he just really Luke hasn't really done much of anything. He's just been like a good team and like, won 5 games. So you sort of just like get the second spot, I feel like.
it's more so if you look at his roster, like his team should be just blowing people out every week. Like there's nothing he doesn't have. He has probably the 2 best wide receivers in fantasy football right now. Kelsey at
Oh,
tight end,
absolutely. He does. Those are
and he has solid running backs too. So like
yeah,
he's
that's
definitely a
true. That's a
menace.
good team. If Travis Kelsey played like Travis Kelsey,
Yeah,
that's a good point. He should probably I'm looking at his team now.
yeah,
This is a really good team.
it's really good. Plus Herbert's got to pick it up. He hasn't been great, but
Yeah, he's been bad the past 2 weeks.
all right. Number 3, we got you.
Let's go.
Um,
I I'm happy with that ranking. I'm totally fine with that.
I think it's fair, but I mean, Johnny's got to be in the top 3. Like
Yeah, I don't
he
get
has the
how
best
he
record,
ranks himself.
and I think he's trying to anti-Juju himself, so he
I
doesn't
think so
rank
too.
himself too high. Because coming in at 4 is Zach, and I would get it if he didn't just lose Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Like he can't be higher than Johnny and Tristan.
I agree. I don't Johnny should be like 4
I
or
agree.
3, honestly.
I think Johnny should be 3. You should be 4. Zach should be 5. Coming in at the actual number 5 is Tristan, which is fair. Um,
Agree. I think yeah, Tristan's a pretty good team, and he could beat out Zach if if all goes well for him.
yeah, the one thing I do worry about with Tristan's team is Antonio Gibson just does not look great. And imagine if he had Josh Allen still, like his team would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's true. Having Hurts finally bit him in the butt this week.
What's also crazy is I've heard talks that like they might start Gardner Minshew over Jalen Hurts. Like he's amazing in fantasy, but the Eagles don't really want him, which would be crazy if
Yeah,
Tristan
because
loses
he's
his
not
quarterback.
actually very good.
Yeah, I know he's not good, but like that would suck for Tristan
Oh,
if his
it'd
fantasy
be over.
quarterback goes
He'd
out.
have to get like Derek Carr as his full-time QB or something.
Yeah, who has been bad, but then we got Johnny at 6. We already talked about that. He's got to be higher.
Yeah, he's gotta be higher. You can't win all those games and then be like, oh no, I'm sixth in the power rankings.
Mhm. Then we got me moving up finally. I've
I
been
think
9.
yeah, I think you gotta be seventh. Like I couldn't put you higher than any of those teams right
Yeah,
now.
I agree. I think that's really fair. At least I'm higher than 9, which is nice. I thought I should have been higher than 9 the past couple weeks because, like, I
What
mean,
were you last week? Were you actually 9 last week?
yeah, I've
There's
been
no way.
9. I think like every week except for maybe the first one. I was 10.
No, that's not true. Alex has been 10 for a while.
Yeah, not the first
Oh,
week,
except for the first. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
but
Okay,
then we
maybe.
go Matt. If he actually checked his lineup and made some moves, he could be like really good. And then we got Aiden at 9. Hopefully, McCafferty comes back, helps him out a little bit.
Yeah. He
think
might be coming
he's,
back this week.
yeah, I think he's supposed to. For some reason, I don't have faith in him. I feel like he's going to get injured again, but let's hope not. Watching McCaffrey is just fun to watch in the NFL.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then Alex, obviously 10. It's tough.
It's
Can't
tough.
think about that.
I kind of like another reason why I wanted him to win was because like the positive reinforcement of setting your lineup correlating to a win. Like maybe he would do it more.
He's never checking his lineup ever again, for sure.
Yeah. There's actually I was looking this up. No one's had less than 2 wins. So
Ever
like
in history of Justice League?
ever in history of the Justice League. Yeah.
How many? He has one win.
He has one win
All right, let's
remaining.
try and find a win for Alex. Let's look at his schedule. So we got Matt next week. That could, well, I feel like he's got some players on bye.
Yeah,
DeAndre
well, right
Swift.
now, Matt's, I mean, would definitely lose, but
I think the only possibility that Alex could win is Aiden week 14. End of the season, garbage time.
I could see that,
There's
yeah.
no buys in week 14.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Let's hope. But
I think he'll get another win, just somewhere. I don't
I
know.
mean, the other teams he plays are you, Connor, Zach, and Tristan.
Well,
So,
he's not winning against me.
so it's got to be Matt this week or Aiden in the last week. And I feel like,
Aiden in the last week makes sense. No buys, like,
yeah, dude, if Alex wins one game this year, like he's a legend, been in the league forever. We got to get someone new. I mean,
I know, but you just have to see, like, who, I don't
dude,
know
we
who.
should do like Johnny gets 20 listeners. We should do like a fan like section, like do a competition, like best comment gets that
Yeah,
spot in the
yeah.
league. We find like some random kid.
That or we sell the spot to someone. We ask for money
To who?
like more money to just be in the 10th spot.
We gotta find someone for sure though. It would be so annoying if we found someone just random and they won the league. I would be so
Oh,
mad.
that'd suck.
But we'll figure it out. We'll find someone.
So we can either move on to this week's matchups, or I do have list of things like fantasy football news. Some of it that we talked about, but some of the stuff we didn't talk about, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
long
can
we've
pull
been
up some
going.
news.
Like Henry Ruggs being charged with DUI resulting in death.
Yeah, that's I mean, just all around, it's a bad look. I feel
Oh,
bad for the
horrible look.
I
was
feel bad for
listening
Henry
to
Ruggs. I feel bad for the victim, obviously.
yeah,
Just
yeah, it sucks. I can't believe like someone died because of that.
yeah. Did you see the interview with Derek Carr? Or I mean, he was like beating
Yeah.
himself up. He's like I feel like so like I should have been there. Like if Henry like I knew like
Yeah.
if he had called me, like I would have picked him up.
Oh,
Like
absolutely. Yeah.
all around.
I was listening to the Pat McAfee show today, and
Hmm.
they're talking about it, and they're like, the car was going like 130 miles per hour, like
Yeah, it's
it's
fast.
insane.
I mean, it's a bad look, and I mean, it sucks, but he's going fast, and he's not get like he's probably gonna face time for that.
Oh yeah, I think he posted bail actually, but yeah, I think he will FaceTime.
Yeah, I looked. His bail is like 15,000 or something. Like I feel like it wasn't much.
Mm.
It was 150, but that's nothing for NFL players.
He's a rookie though, right?
No, it was last year was his
Oh yeah,
year,
okay.
but he was a high draft pick too. He was like
Oh yeah, no,
highest
yeah,
wide receiver taken.
he's his life's going in a different direction now.
Yeah, you can say that for sure. Some other
Uh,
NFL news though, which kind of relates to waivers, is Logan Thomas expected back. I saw Tristan dropped him. I need that tight end.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to pick him up. I'm hoping no one else does.
You didn't like you picked up the Pittsburgh tight end, didn't
Freiermuth?
you? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, when Logan Thomas comes back after bye, I mean, he's a set
Yeah,
it,
he's
forget it tight end. Like,
I agree. Yeah,
they
he's
just gave him a massive contract. Like, they're not going to not use him. So I was thinking of trading for Logan Thomas with Tristan, but now that he dropped him, like, I'm hyped.
yeah, so when you were trying to get Darren Waller, I wanted like, contingencies. So I was trying to make the trade happen, Aaron. I texted both Zach and Connor being like, hey, can I get how can I get one of your tight ends? And they were not having it. So then I was like, well, now I don't really want to trade away
Yeah.
the one tight end I do have.
I've been sending trades for tight ends for so long 'cause I want like that set and forget it. And I thought like Tunyon, I didn't think he would put up as many touchdowns as he did last year because he had like 11 touchdowns and like average like 2 targets a game, which just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, I knew he'd regress, but I didn't like he put up zeros like 4 out of 5 weeks. So that was
Yeah,
just unfortunate.
it really sucks.
But no, I've really wanted to make a trade happen.
I feel like it doesn't make sense. I was looking, and it was definitely Connor and Zach who have Connor has Kittle coming back and also has Gasecki,
Yeah.
and then Zach has
He has
Hawkinson
Jackson and Gronk.
and Gronk. Like trade one of them, like
No,
bye weeks are gonna be over soon. You can
I've
get
sent
value for a back like a that kind of good tight end.
yeah, I've sent some pretty good like trades. I've sent some pretty terrible ones too, obviously, because that's what trading in fantasy football is about. But I've sent some pretty fair ones to Zach. Like I was willing to give up like Damian Harris and someone else to get Hawkinson,
Really? Wow.
and
I mean,
he just
I
didn't
would,
respond. I think it's still live. Like
because I was like, I did like the Damien. I do like Damien Harris.
I do
I
too.
just like didn't have another tight end. Like I couldn't trade away the one tight end I had. So
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to adding Logan Thomas to my team. I think Tristan's gonna be a little salty with that one because I think he's just dropping him this week and expecting no one to pick him up while he's on bye. But
yeah, well, dude, that's what almost happened with me and getting Devontae Parker back. I dropped him a while ago, actually. Or actually, no, just last week I dropped him, and then I had to add him back real quick before
that's
anyone else did.
that's kind of what I was doing with Dawson Knox. I thought no one was gonna pick him up while his hand was broken, but you kind
I
of
picked him up,
have
dude.
it for me.
Well, that was, dude. Again, you kind of screwed yourself over because that's what like I was seriously considering your trades, right? So I was like, I need another tight end if that happens.
Yeah, but I mean Dawson Knox is gonna be out for like probably 2 more weeks maybe. 'Cause he had pretty decent hand surgery. So like I need a tight end anyways, and I need the roster space, so I figured I'd drop him anyways. Plus, it's not like you're ever gonna start Dawson Knox over Darren Waller.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm not. It's like,
see, we got a lot of COVID going around in the news.
oh yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I can't believe it. Although, for some people, like apparently Saquon, he's like retesting negative,
Yeah, I
but
seen that.
like Aaron Rodgers, dude, that guy lied about being vaxxed,
I
man.
know. What did they come out? I saw a statement. They said like he's immunized. Like they never agreed or disagreed that he's vaccinated. Like they came out with a
That's
statement saying he's immunized.
yeah, I'm kind of think like he was saying like maybe he had COVID, and so he had like antibodies. So he was like, I'm good. Don't worry about me." And now it's like, 6 months later or whatever. Like
Dude,
obviously you're gonna get COVID
I
again.
know. It's so insane. He can miss like 2 weeks now because he's not vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean
I
he,
think
he
it's
literally has COVID. Like
yeah,
that's
it's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Good for him though. I'm happy he doesn't play. I hate Aaron Rodgers so much. Plus he's got to cut his greasy hair now that his John Wick costume's over.
Hippie.
Let's see. Any other big news we didn't talk about?
Um, OBJ
Oh
seems
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. The
Did you
Browns
hear
hate
that?
him. He hates the Browns.
Yeah, did you hear his dad made like a mixtape of like Baker Mayfield missing throws or not targeting Odell, and he played
No.
it in front of the Browns locker room, and like all the Browns players were all like cheering like kind of like hey like Baker like kind of like making fun of him,
Oh my God, that's
and
that's
I think
insane.
they said that or there was a statement that came out that like Odell was asked not to practice today or something. So I think he's pretty serious. It's just so funny that his dad made like a mixtape of Baker and like he put a song in the background. I heard this on Pardon My Take. He put like the go-to like sad song in the background. Can't name it right off the top of my head, but that's pretty funny.
I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone was starting OBJ anyway, but
No, I mean I wouldn't be surprised. I would have dropped him if he was on my team.
oh yeah, you gotta drop him now at least.
Yeah, I'm sick of Odell.
All right, anything else?
I don't think so. It's kind of crazy that Jordan Love's actually gonna be starting like a game for real. Doesn't seem like it should happen, but no, I think that's pretty much it in news.
Yeah, and a lot of COVID. Can't believe people are getting that again.
Yeah, it's still a
Although
thing.
Cole Beasley is doing just fine, so he needs to
It's
get
a ticking
that.
time bomb though.
Yeah, absolutely. But uh, all right. Looking at this week's games.
Yeah, looking at this week. You want to start off with probably a knock on wood. Well, actually, no, I kind of want you to lose, but I would say an easy win for you with Zach.
Yeah, I think uh, I smell some blood in the water with Henry being fresh out of the game. Um, I hope Saquon starts because then Devontae Booker will get like no points,
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't know who he has on his bench. Not many
this
great
is
people.
this is tough. Like you look at Zach last week and you're like, oh, I don't want to play him. And you look at him this week. Let's do a little lineup comparison. Mahomes versus Murray. That's pretty fair. And
Yeah,
then from there, it's just down. Kamara versus Josh Jacobs. Kamara all day. Henderson versus Cordell Patterson. I mean, Darrell Henderson. That's a lock. Diggs versus D Hop. D Hop's been pretty trash the past couple weeks. And then
yeah,
Devontae
Diggs kind of
Parker.
played well, but usually they're kind of a wash.
Yeah, Devontae Parker is the only weak spot in the team, but
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree.
Zach's starting Jarvis Landry, so it's not much better. And then you have Waller, Michael Carter with the big game last week, and he's got Conklin and Booker who might not even play. So
Yeah, I don't think Conklin's gonna. Honestly, he's projected 5.3. I don't even think he'll get 5.3.
I mean, it's just a shot at the dark and a touchdown, pretty much for Tyler Conklin.
That's true. Yeah, like that's what can happen with any of those tight ends. There's like they might get a touchdown. So
I mean, yeah, if you're not like Waller, Kelsey, probably Hawkinson or Mark Andrews, probably those four, maybe Kyle Pitts, maybe. Like
yeah, those
it's
are
it's basically just hey, did they get a touchdown? If not, it's a garbage play.
Yeah, they were trash. I agree. Yeah.
So your odds are looking pretty good. 106 projected. That's probably the highest out of anyone.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with my starters. Hopefully Devontae Parker's gonna do well. That's the only one I'm worried about. And Michael Carter a little bit, but I've seen enough to like I should have started him last week, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a Thursday night game though, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping he doesn't go off because I'm starting a Colts D. But
Yeah, I don't think you should worry about the Colts D. I think that's a good play.
is Mike White playing again, or I mean they have
I
Joe
think
Flacco now. I
it
think
might
that's
be Joe.
fine.
I feel like it might be Mark White again, though.
Well, that's good for you because
Yeah, he dumps off to.
yeah, every time.
It's awesome. It's great.
All right, next game we have probably the biggest shit show of all of them. Matt, well, I guess Matt's got to change the lineup, but he's projected 47 points.
Yeah, I can't even honestly. I can't even tell what he's gonna do. I guess probably put in Nick Chubb,
Mark
put in Mark
Andrews.
Andrews. That's a good one because Mickey Seals Jones sucks.
The real question is, does Matt drop Henry Ruggs all year, or does he just sit on his bench? I don't think Matt will
Oh,
drop
that's
him.
so funny. Yeah, I don't know. He's good. When you see those players that are like out for the season and they're still like owned by 30% of rosters, you're like, who
Yeah.
are these people?
I mean, Henry Ruggs still owned by 51% of rosters. Probably just haven't read the news yet.
Yeah.
But, yep.
You're like, why is he a free agent?
Yeah, you can't really be a free agent when you're behind bars. Or that's probably too soon. Johnny, cut that out.
I'm gonna be honest, I was seeing some Henry Ruggs memes that were
Yeah,
a little off the wall.
I've seen a couple of them, but it's still pretty soon. It was
Yeah.
what, yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Uh, do you think Alex actually has a shot to win this game?
Um honestly, kind of. Like
I do too.
Aaron Rodgers is out. Like that's a big deal kind of right now.
Yeah, we'll see if Matt picks up. Plus, I mean, Derrick Henry getting hurt, like they're gonna throw the ball. Like Ryan Tannehill could go off this week for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. That the Tannehill AJ Brown duo that Alex has.
Yeah, Mike Williams is not gonna put up 3 points like he did last week. There's a good chance that Alex will pull it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, on to the next one. We got Luke versus Tristan. This is actually a good matchup. I think this will be probably best game of the week to watch.
Yeah, I think this will be a good one.
I guess
I
the
think,
Seahawks being on bye hurts Tristan a lot. He's got to start Van Jefferson. I don't know if I like that one.
well, yeah, I don't know if I like it either, but Desean Jackson was dropped by the Rams, so like
Yeah, I saw that.
he, he's their definitive like wide receiver 3 on that team, which on most teams would be like a horrible thing to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're gonna score a bunch of points.
I
Stafford's
mean,
gonna throw it all over the field.
Stafford loves his long bombs, and Van Jefferson, he's been getting one every week. So,
Although, I mean, it looks like Luke's team's gonna be at full strength, which is
just dangerous. Like his
dangerous
lineup
for
is
sure.
ridiculous. It's crazy.
Although I don't know how good Devontae Adams is gonna be with Jordan Love throwing to him.
I mean, I think he'll still be pretty fine. Like their entire offense is just throw the ball to him. So obviously Rodgers has a connection,
And
but
Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones runs it.
yeah, I think Aaron Jones is gonna have a big game.
I think so too.
I'm not
Oh yeah, they're
one.
playing. They're playing Kansas City, but it's not going to be the State Farm Bowl because
Yeah, I know. I
Rodgers.
saw that. They
Yeah,
must have.
and last time they played, Mahomes wasn't playing, so they've
Yeah,
missed the past two State Farm Bowls.
I don't think they've ever played each other. Like I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, they just don't want it to happen.
There, but uh, I don't know if Tristan pulls this
Who?
one out. I think I got to give it to Luke this week for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Luke too. I think it's a safe bet. I
Yeah,
think there's money to be made on the Tristan money line.
yeah. I mean, those odds are definitely going to be pretty high for Tristan for sure.
All right, moving on to you versus Connor.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think I have a shot for sure, mostly because my matchups are pretty solid. If Dak plays, that's going to be huge for me. Najee versus Chicago, I think he's a lock for a touchdown, probably 18 points every game. Miles Gaskin versus Houston is a wild card for me, and
He's got a great matchup.
it's
Like that's the
the
best
best
matchup.
matchup,
Yeah.
yeah. And part of me like doesn't want Saquon to play just because like if Saquon plays, like you have to start him. And I kind of want to start
Oh,
Gaskin,
sure.
so I'm not
I
sure what
got
to
you.
do. So Gaskin, solid play. I'm not sure because Damian Harris is playing Carolina. Their D is pretty good, but I mean it's hard to bench him after he's put up like back
Yeah,
to
he's been
back
playing really well.
15 plus
He's
games. Um, I'm glad Mike Evans has a bye because Deontay Johnson, Hollywood Brown doesn't scare me too much. I'd honestly take Keenan Allen and T. Higgins over the two of them.
all right, that's a
Well,
hot take. I'd
I
say.
mean, if you're looking at Hollywood Brown, Vikings, they'll probably give up some points, but I mean, Rashad Bateman just came back off of IR. They drafted him super high. They
Oh
obviously
yeah,
managed
I
him.
do like Rashad Bateman. I think I was thinking about picking him up, but I don't think I'd start him, so I
Yeah.
decided not to.
So he's gonna lose some targets. Plus, I don't know. I mean, it's a shot in the dark. He either gets 20 points or he gets like 8 points. So 8 points, I'd take it. And then Deontay Johnson, like I don't really know what to expect. Let me look at him. His highest is 15, pretty much a lock for 9 points every week. So if he goes off for like 20 points, I'd be incredibly surprised.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I mean, I think it's
Uh,
close. It's mostly just Eckler and Zeke that's just so scary.
yeah, I mean that's a great duo. A duo that's not been injured. That's hard to come by.
Yeah. Besides that, though, I mean, win probabilities at 50-50, even though
Yeah, I mean
ESPN's
it's definitely
percentage,
gonna be close for sure.
ESPN's percentages are so bad. Like it hurts. Just when
Yeah,
last week when I was up like 99% to one, and Zach literally could have beaten me with one touchdown, and the Giants were like in the red zone about to score. Like,
I totally thought something was happening there. I sent him the group chat. I was like, Aaron, watch out.
yeah, I know. I was at work, so I wasn't watching the game, but I was following the highlights. I was
Yeah.
cheesing. I was like so nervous. but I'd put money
So
on
I mean,
myself.
you gotta be going with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Ugh,
I mean, I
I
still think
think
I'm the underdog for sure, but I think I can pull it out. I mean, I
I
have.
definitely think you can pull it out, but I'm gonna go with Connor.
Yeah, it's fair. I don't blame you. Finally, we got Johnny and Aiden again. I don't. I mean, there's no way Aiden. If McCaffrey plays, Aiden's got a good shot. I think Clyde just got put back on IR, which is actually pretty good for me because I have Darrell Williams, but Aiden's still without running backs.
Yeah, if he puts in McCaffrey instead of Gainwell, which if he wasn't gonna score points against the Lions, he'll never score points. So
Yeah,
if he does that, he'll be looking good, but
I
I
feel
just
like
don't.
knowing the Eagles' offense, they're just gonna like switch it up to screw everyone over. Because I mean, Tristan just picked up Boston Scott, and everyone's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, he's a great play. He's gonna get a touchdown or two." I feel like the Eagles and Sirianni is just gonna switch it up and give Kenneth Gainwell like all the touches. So I feel like it could be an
maybe
okay play. Maybe I just have beef with the Eagles in general.
that's totally fair. It's a trap game.
It is a trap game, but
I mean, yeah, looking at like Johnny's team right now, like it doesn't scare me. Like Zach Moss, like does the opposite of scaring me.
yeah,
CeeDee Lamb isn't that scary.
he's Cortland Sutton, who Jerry Judy just came back, and
Yeah,
I mean, I
Cortland
think
Sutton's
Jerry
not
Judy is
doing good.
the number one on that team. Goddard,
Maybe he's gonna start the either Adrian Peterson or the other Tennessee running
Nichols.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are playing the Rams though, which is a pretty tough matchup.
that is a tough matchup.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
and Von Miller's on the Rams now. That's a
Yeah,
kind of related to fantasy, more related to just football, but
I mean, it's like, how do you stop that defense? That's insane. Because Aaron
dude,
Donald
they're
gives up,
going for the Super Bowl, man. Like it's Super
yeah,
Bowl or bust for sure.
Aaron Donald gets doubled on every play, which means Von Miller is gonna like have a free path to the quarterback like every single down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I saw a tweet that was like whenever Von Miller was drafted, he's had the most sacks of anyone. And then, Aaron Donald's a little bit younger. So whenever he was drafted, he's had the most sacks of anyone since he's been drafted.
Yeah. Did you hear why Von Miller like wanted out of Denver?
No?
Oh, they were talking about this on part of my take earlier. So apparently, like he had like a huge like Halloween party set up, and he wanted like everyone to kind of split them up, like the cost. And after they lost on
Uh-huh.
Halloween, like all the players in the locker room were like, "Oh man, I don't really want to have a party tonight." And he already paid for like everything in the party. So I think no one came to his Halloween party, and he was like beefing with the team about it. So I don't know if that's the main reason, but like I think it
What?
was part about it. Like that was what they were saying. Like that was definitely part of why he wanted out.
That's crazy. I mean, because like, dude, Von Miller is a Denver Bronco. Like that's just who he's been for so long.
Yeah. I mean, was he drafted by them? Like I feel like he hasn't played for anyone else.
Yeah, he was drafted by them, I think.
Yeah, I like Von Miller. I feel like he's been in the league for so long, but he's just like a staple.
Yeah, I do.
Who you got winning
I,
this one?
it would just be so hard to pick Aiden. I
Yeah,
want to, but like that 3-5 versus the 6-2 is just telling me there's something about Johnny's team.
I don't know. I mean, Tua has a chance to be pretty good. If McCaffrey comes back, he could be pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Aiden has good wide receivers too.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, they're both really good.
And Amari Cooper. Brandon Cooks versus Houston, like he could be a start too. I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna say Aiden wins this week.
I like the pick.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping so bad because I need one of you guys to fall out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, who knows? This is a game to watch though, for sure.
yeah,
This will
it's
shape.
it's definitely a trap game for Johnny though.
I agree.
And
I like that. It's a trap game.
it's kind of lucky though. Johnny again, like Alex and Aiden back-to-back weeks.
I know, that's so stupid.
Let's look at Johnny's schedule and see how easy he has it. So I feel like he has it very easy. He still has, dude. He has Alex, Aiden, Matt back to back to back. That's
Yeah, that's as easy as it gets.
oh man. I still have like mad beef with Johnny after losing to him in the finals. Pains me that he's good this year.
I know it pains me too because like it just doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah,
He should be 4-4.
he should be. I mean, he's got to be behind Luke for sure. I mean, you had one bad game, but you've been super unlucky. You should probably
Yeah,
be.
dude.
It's all luck, fantasy football.
There's a lot of luck to it.
You got any closing remarks? It's
Just that, this was fun. I hope we did well. I thought we got in a groove for, a minute there. We did
yeah.
well.
It was pretty good for the fact that we literally just hopped on Zoom and talked about fantasy.
That is
I feel like
true.
it's been a while.
I agree. It was pretty good for just like I'm just looking at, the fantasy league right now and just
Yeah, that's all. I just have it up on my phone and
yeah.
you're just looking over things. Dude, it's honestly gross the amount of times like I just have nothing to do and I just pull up fantasy and just scroll through it and look at the different players. Like I need a new hobby.
Dude, I get that too, man.
Well, it's been fun. Thanks for all the listeners. Leave a comment, leave a like,
Yeah.
subscribe to Foot Chicken.
This is the most liked podcast, so Johnny knows we're better